Hi everyone, welcome to the Generation Superhealth Clinic conversations. I'm Agnes, and today I'm joined by Zsofia, who is founder of Generation Superhealth Clinic, a registered nutrition therapy practitioner, functional nutritionist, and a certified nutrigenomics expert. And we are going to walk you through a client story, obviously fully uh, anonymized, of course, because we think many of you will recognize parts of your own health journey in these cases.
Thank you, Agnes. So I would like to talk and explain today about a special place close to my heart, which is about an autistic little boy. The mom came to me when he was 4 years old. So he was nonverbal. He was still in nappies. The family was very exhausted because the little boy was not sleeping well at night. He kept waking up. He was also catching all the viruses and illnesses from kindergarten, eating a very limited diet of minimal foods choices, and they didn't have a really good routine as well. It was impossible for the family to travel abroad or travel anywhere, and they were running on empty.
Wow, that sounds like a stressful life for this family, I guess. Where did you start with them?
So mainly with children, gathering information. I mean, with everyone, but especially with children, gathering information from pregnancy and birth of the mother. So how the child was born, how the situation was when the mom was pregnant with the baby is very important. We go through all the symptoms, we go through all the family health history, and I did many non-invasive testing, especially with children. It's very important. These tests included comprehensive stool analysis. We looked at organic acid tests and hair mineral analysis. The aim obviously wasn't treating autism. It was more that we wanted to identify nutritional, digestive, immune, and biochemical imbalances that might have been affecting his little body, his health, and his development.
And what these tests show to you? Was there any new discovery? Uh, I guess they have been through a lot through the medical experts. So was anything new in this test?
Yeah, sadly, the medical world is not testing so much comprehensively in a way that we can. So they did quite little. They even told them that there is no need to go to speech therapy because he wasn't speaking and he wasn't developing and improving. So the mom was quite desperate for trying to find something else. And these tests for him revealed very low gut microbial diversity with some dysbiotic bacteria which shouldn't be in there. We have identified that certain nutritional support needed in certain areas with supplements or vitamins and minerals lacking. So we chose to actually focus on this road and chose this effort going through everything to support his body.
And once you had all the test results, what were the first steps?
Mm. With children, especially with neurodiverse children, it's very important to go slow and low. So we started with really baby steps. We started first trying to get him to have baths in the evenings with Epsom salt baths, which is a magnesium sulfate bath. Magnesium is helping with more than 300 different biochemical processes within the body, and that would have been useful to support his sleep. Um, it actually didn't work. It didn't suit him. He was not really happy sitting in the bath. So we changed the protocol and started using a magnesium cream. I asked the mom to put some on his feet or on the legs in the evening, which actually worked. We also supported his gut health. We by giving some certain supplements. So because his diet, his food diet was so restrictive of what he was okay to eat, we had to use some gentle supplements, some prebiotics. And we also approached the nutritional deficiencies by adding in some supplements of certain multivitamins. We introduced glutathione support as well as an antioxidant to help him. And I work closely with the mother to work through some dietary changes.
The dietary changes sounds quite interesting because I think many families see that they can't really change the diet of the kids, of these type of kids. So could you give some example what changes have you implemented?
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's obviously very difficult for a neurodiverse kid, as I mentioned, to add in food, but there are tiny little tricks and tips that are extremely useful. So, for example, this little boy really loved his ketchup. And what we were trying to do is, it was a shop bought ketchup. What we were trying to do is asking the mom to mix together various type of vegetables with a tomato sauce base, and like less than even a tiny teaspoon, add it into the ketchup, literally like microdosing it, and every day add a little bit more to his ketchup, to the shop bought ketchup. And we went from a shop bought ketchup to an actual homemade ketchup with having all the vegetables in there. It took I think it took months, so it's not something which is happening from one week to another. It really takes a lot of time and effort and patience from parents, but it actually gradually worked, and we increased it to a homemade one, which was amazing. We also introduced some nutrition dense pancakes to his diet, which he actually now really likes. So it's a homemade pancake from eggs, bananas, oats, almonds, and zucchini. And he's more than happy to munch on these.
Oh, that sounds yummy. And when did you start seeing some progression after these changes have been implemented?
Mm. The first major one, which I was really pleased about, was his sleep. So once he started sleeping better, the whole family was also more calm, and they also weren't so stressed about the situation because they had a chance to sleep. So once the little boy was sleeping, they were also sleeping, and they could also take on those additional challenges better. Sleep is critical for brain development, learning, memory, repair, recovery, and immune function. So it's something which is the basic and the starting position for every child who is unwell.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And what happened after that?
So month by month, we saw at the beginning little milestones of development, and later on bigger ones. So at the beginning, he started repeating sounds from the TV programs that he liked watching. And then he started singing the melodies or humming the melodies more than singing them. And then words came first at the beginning, just like simple words repeated by the parents or by these TV shows, and then phrases, and eventually he started actually speaking in sentences. He's now counting as well, for example, and once we addressed his Zing status, he also became more willing to try new foods as well.
Amazing. And do you know where he is today?
So he's now 7. He is going to a special needs school. He's sleeping well. He's toilet trained, so we managed to get him out of nappies as well, which is really amazing. And the mom was very, very pleased about that. As I mentioned, he's communicating, and they are able to travel with him internationally as well as a family and enjoy new experiences, which is really amazing. So it's kind of like a really big transformation, not just for him, but for the whole family itself.
Wow, that sounds amazing. And what would you recommend to those families who are struggling and now listening to this story would like to get some help or support from a functional medicine practitioner?
Mm. it's always worth having a conversation. They can book in with me for a free discovery call where I can understand the situation, and I can either see if I can help them or I need to refer them further. With autistic children, the gut is extremely important because that's the core of their brain health. There is the gut-brain connection, but there is the gut-immune connection. So once we manage to deal with the gut, there is quite a lot of positive changes and developments coming. So having a chat with me probably is the great first step. Reading about gut health is great, and adding in various sources of nutrients are also useful to have.
Yeah, absolutely. And how can they get in touch with you?
So the link is below for the booking, for the booking of the discovery call, or they can email me and find us on www.generationsuperhealth.com as well if they want to.
Thank you very much, Zsofia, for telling this story to us.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Agnes. Have a great day.